Yes guys, welcome to a brand new video. My name is Conan and today we're going to be talking about how you can fix the skinny fat dilemma. So if you're watching this video right now, I apologize and I am sorry because it probably means that you find yourself in a situation where you're both skinny and fat and you probably have no idea what to do from here. Should I focus on building up more muscle or should I focus on losing the body fat? I used to be in that exact same situation where I grew up as a chubby kid in the Netherlands and then I went through this growth spurt at around 13, 14. I lost most of the body fat, but then I found myself in a situation where, yes, I was both skinny, but then also I still had some of that chub carrying around my body fat and I had no idea what to do, right? And so in this video, I'm going to break down 7 crucial steps that you need to follow to shed the body fat, build up the muscle that you're looking for, and finally get the physique that you want. So without any further ado, let's just jump straight into it. So the first thing that I want you to focus on is lean bulking. A lot of people think that they need to start themselves in order to lose fat, but that is a huge mistake. But at the same time, you don't want to be overeating either and get fat. What you need is to put yourself in a slight, emphasis on the word slight, caloric surplus to emphasize building up more muscle. Do not go on a dirty bulk, do not eat thousands of extra calories on top of your maintenance because that's just going to turn into a lot of fat. You have to remember, guys, that you can only build muscle so fast. So by you putting yourself in a huge excess of surplus of calories, that means that you're going to be maximizing your muscle gain, but at the same time, probably maximizing your fat gain as well, which is, I assume when you're watching this video, you actually want to look good as well. So I assume that is not what you want. So the first step here is to actually figure out your maintenance calories. We've made numerous of videos on how you can figure out this. Now, once you've found that, add around 200 to 300 calories on top of your maintenance calories, and that should put you in a slight calorie surplus to gain around half a pound per week every single week. And now, especially if you're a beginner, you can actually find yourself in a situation where you can almost go through this body recomposition, which means that you're both losing body fat, but at the same time also building muscle mass, right? Especially when you're detrained or if you've never really set foot in the gym before, yes, you can focus on both building up more muscle, but then also losing body fat. But if you want to optimize this process, and what I wish that I would have done in this case, is just put yourself in a slight calorie surplus. Again, not going too crazy with the calories, but just to ensure that you're in an environment, in an anabolic state, to ensure that you're pretty much maximizing the muscle growth while also minimizing the fat gain. On top of that, when it comes to the macronutrients, eat more protein. Protein is going to be your best friend, and the reason why you're skinny fat is probably because you're not eating enough protein either. So aim for around 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. So for example, if you weigh 150 pounds, shoot for around 150 grams of protein every single day. The way I want you to get your protein in is primarily through whole, natural, single ingredient foods. So think of your chicken breast, your fish, eggs, egg whites, tuna, all that good stuff, dairy products. Now, if you notice that you have a hard time getting your foods from those types of sources, like those actual foods, you can definitely supplement in a protein powder. Those are super easy, convenient, and they're also relatively cheap per serving as well. I used to get all of my protein powder supplements from a supplement brand called MyProtein. If you guys do want to try some of their stuff out, you guys can use discount code Conan to save 40% off your entire order if you want to try out some of their supplements. But it's just a convenient way to get your protein intake, but it's definitely not required at all. I do know some people as well have a hard time digesting protein powder. I myself actually have a difficult time, just with dairy in general. I'm definitely a bit more sensitive to lactose, so I prioritize most of my protein intake from mainly just chicken, beef, and fish. But if you can digest protein, it is definitely a convenient way to get your protein in as well. Now, when it comes to your diet itself, I also want you guys to really try your best to minimize processed foods. Processed foods are addictive and super easy to overeat, which can derail your progress and just makes it easier to put yourself in a higher calorie surplus. So make sure that 80% of your diet consists of whole, natural, single ingredient foods. So think of your veggies, fruits, lean sources of protein, complex carbohydrates, and then also healthy fats. These are the foods that will fuel your workouts and keep you nice and full. And the reason why I'm personally not a big fan of processed foods, despite being I'm all about food freedom, for in my program, and then also when people ask me for advice, have that donut if you want, eat that cheat meal, eat that cheeseburger, whatever. But what you'll notice is that because these foods are hyper palatable, which means that they're super easy to overeat, you may notice that it may trigger a response in your body to want to eat even more of that, right? As soon as you're done eating 1 scoop of ice cream, you're more than likely going to want to have more than just one scoop, right? You probably want to eat the entire pint. As soon as you're done eating one piece of cookie, you probably want to eat the entire box of cookies, right? Whereas after you're done eating a salad, you're more than likely going to be super full, super satisfied, and you're not going to be craving any more salad. Same thing with chicken breast. When was the last time you heard anyone say, oh, I just binged on my diet? Oh, with what? Oh, I just ate like 10,000 chicken breasts. It's like, no one says that. It doesn't happen, right? Whereas whenever you ask someone like, oh, why'd you binge on your diet? It's like, oh, well, I had one piece of cookie and then it turned into the entire cupboard of cookies, for example, right? Because they trigger a response in your body to want to eat even more of them, right? It's the combination of the processing of the fats, the carbs, the sugars, all the goodness, right? And not even that, guys. This is what's so crazy about it, is that all these food companies, I would say they're quite evil because they quite literally maneuver or kind of create the texture and the consistency of the foods to like have this really just like almost just like addictive like thing in your mouth, where it's like as soon as you eat it, it's got like that crunchy effect, that smooth effect. It just, the texture in your mouth is like really addictive as well. So it's so much more than just the taste, but also the texture and consistency of it, right? Of like the Snickers bar in your mouth or the ice cream where it just like melts in your mouth, right? I'm making myself hungry right now just thinking about it. So definitely be careful with that, especially if you know that certain foods trigger you. Definitely try to stay away from those and just, if you can, focus mainly on like those whole natural single grain foods, and you'll notice that you'll have a really difficult time overeating and also therefore getting fat. Shifting over to your workouts, you have to focus on progressive overload. If you're constantly doing the same thing over and over again, how can you expect to see different results? Especially when it comes to building up our muscle, your body gets used to whatever you're giving it really, really quickly. So you got to ensure that you're giving your body a stimulus and a reason to grow every single session. If you're not progressively overloading, you're quite simply not growing. You need to be hitting each muscle group at least 2 times per week, right? So not just following the bro split. Make sure you follow like a good proper split, whether it's the legs push pull split or an upper lower split or a full body split, ensuring that you're hitting each muscle at least bare minimum 2 times per week, and then also continually adding more reps and or more weight if you can every single session, right? This signals to your body to build muscle and then also shed fat through your diet as well. This one is pretty underrated and gets overlooked by a lot of people because it's not really like a sexy thing. A lot of people are looking for like, the workouts and the diets, but a lot of people kind of neglect this part, which is sleep. Sleep is the unsung hero of any transformation. You cannot build muscle or lose fat if your body isn't recovering. Simply put, right? Try to have a good workout if you're sleep deprived. Like, your body may be capable for a couple of sessions, but eventually it's just gonna shut down. We are not machines, and we need proper recovery, which we do through sleep. Aim for a minimum of 8 hours of sleep each night to not only reduce your cortisol levels, but then also improve your muscle recovery. Better sleep means better results. And hey, you'll notice that you're going to feel a lot more energized to not just do your workouts, but then actually just be a functioning human being throughout the day as well. So if you're currently neglecting your sleep, you're doing your body a disservice. So make sure that you dial that in. One thing I like to recommend people is optimize your sleeping routine by going to bed at the same time every single night and waking up at the same time every single morning. You'd be surprised by simply dialing those 2 things into your daily routine, how much of a difference it makes to your sleep and your overall quality of life. None of this really matters unless you're staying consistent, right? This isn't a quick fix at all. You won't look like a Greek god in 3 months, so set yourself a long-term goal and give yourself at least a year. I think the reason why a lot of people fail on their fitness journeys is because they set deadlines to whenever they want to achieve their specific goal. They tell themselves, okay, I got 3 months before summer when I want to look like this shredded Greek god, right? But then it's like, okay, well, now that you set limitations on this, what's going to happen after that 3 months? They haven't thought about it. And after that 3-month mark hits, they go back to the old habits again, back to the old weights, and boom, guess what? They gain all the weight back again, right? So I want you guys to change up your mindset and think more of a long-term approach. What is the purpose of health? Is it to just get healthy for the summer and then when winter comes around to get back to your old ways again and gain all the weight back again? I mean, I hope not. At least for me, like I want to maintain my 6-pack year round, right? Because it's no fun having a 6-pack for a couple of weeks and then like losing my condition and my definition and being a fat slob again. Like I would rather maintain my 6-pack and actually enjoy the rest of my life with a 6-pack than not, essentially, right? So fitness, like the entire point of fitness is to stay fit and not just to get fit for an arbitrary amount of time and then check it off your list. When it comes to health, wealth, and relationships, these are never-ending games, and these do not have any deadlines on them. So do not shoot yourself in the foot by putting a deadline, especially on your fitness goal. So if you can, stay consistent and stick to a plan, and you'll see massive changes in your physique over time. The last thing here is to make sure that you're actually staying patient, because like I said, this isn't a quick fix. This is a long-term thing. You could completely transform your body in a year with the proper plan and dedication set in place. So do not rush the process. Patience and consistency will pay off. So if you are ready right now to take your physique to the next level and want a personalized plan to get you there, go ahead and schedule a free consultation call with us today to get started on your fitness journey. Do not wait, right? You're watching this video, so do not wait on this. Your dream body is just a plan away. I'm going to let you guys go. If you guys do have any questions regarding anything, please let me know. But yeah, just know that if you do have a proper plan in place, you can make some pretty radical changes within a year and beyond that. So any questions, please let me know, and I'll see you all soon. Peace.